Shai Bahashim Hakodash. Double honor to all the apostles of Gary Millstone do well. Peace, love, and blessings to the brothers on their highways and byways, giving all diligence to make it call and election sure in these last days. As Elder Malcolm has said, risking your lives and your freedom to do so. All right. Peace, love, and blessings also to the few sisters out there listening, learning, and believing. All right. I'm that full labor Kanakla coming to you once again with another lesson, Lord's will, through the Spirit and power Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai's lessons, edifying and exhorting. And I will title this The End. All right. Matter of fact, let's start out with that precept in 2nd Ezra 6, I believe. Yep. All right. It says, Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him. And you read about this story in the book of Genesis, the story of Jacob and Esau. All right. Jacob would be the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the true biblical Israelites. All right. According to the scriptures. Okay. And Esau, Edom, the so-called white men. All right. Under the name of Europeans today. Okay. All right. So Jacob and Esau were born of him. Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, which was a symbolism of Jacob. All right. So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans taking the Edomites down in these last days. And that's to start by spreading this truth. This ministry, which is bringing Esau's kingdom down. All right. This truth, there's this word going out, all right, which is really disrupting and targeting the elites, Amalek, the small hats, all right, uncovering and unfolding all their lies and basically exposing Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, of all his wickedness and who he is. He's been identified and marked, all right, keyword marked, that king, the king was marked. All right, so he's been identified and marked by the judges that the Most High has raised up, which is the camps you see. All right, starting from the elder apostles of Great Millstone on down. And this is the point, verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world. This is the point. Esau is the end of the world. So when we speak about the end of a world, all right, the word world with its has three meanings. It's three words for the word world in the Greek, which is eon, which is an age, oikomene, meaning inhabited earth, all right, itself, which the scriptures speak about. There's no end to the earth abideth forever, in the book of Ecclesiastes, okay, and cosmos, all right, a sector, a family, order, an arrangement, all right, of people or things in an arrangement, okay. So this word world, all right, eon would be an end of an age, all right, or cosmos, the end of Esau's world, his arrangement. But the word eon, okay, the end of an age, and that's just basically what's happening. That's why you see all these things taking place, because Yahushai, the Messiah, all right, he's coming back to basically set up his kingdom on the planet Earth, all right, which by default, Yahushai's kingdom is the kingdom of Israel, because Yahushai is an Israelite, okay? For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So yeah, we got next, man, all right? So this is the end of Esau's world, and is Yahushai said, I beheld Satan as lightning fell down from heaven, and it's crumbling fast, okay? So the brother Arrows of Indignation, subscribe, be edified. As we say, the melting pot is about to boil over, aka Babylon, America. So the melting pot is about to blow over, because it's just a bunch of all that confusion. All right, all these different nations gather here with different beliefs. People got different beliefs. All right, different opinions. All right, teams, people like this team, people like that team, all these different ideologies here. All right, all in one place. All right, it's a recipe for destruction, a recipe for the disaster, and that's exactly what's about to take place. All right, so I'm gonna just do some commentary about the scriptures.
At this point, it ain't no fixing none of this shit, bro. Like, it ain't no, the world is so unbalanced that there's no coming back from none of this shit. Like, there's no fixing the economy. There's no fixing the black community. There's no fixing global warming. There's no fixing these relationships and all this extra that's going on. Like, there's no fixing nothing. Like, there's no coming back from it. It's like, it's going to sound super cliche, but the only thing you can do now is just completely put all your trust in God and just let him control your life, because, hey, ain't nothing good coming out of this shit no more.
First precept with Jeremiah 51. Okay. And, of course, it started out with the destruction of Babylon the Great. Right, by the way of the missiles, the bows being shot, all right, which represents a metaphor for missiles. But I'm going to get to the point here. This Jeremiah 51 verse 8 says, Babylon suddenly fallen and destroyed. Why? By the way of the missiles, the nuclear destruction. How for her take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. In NLT, it explains a little better. We would have helped her if we could, but nothing can save her now. Okay? And that's what people are starting to see. All right, so even the average person can see that. All right? There's no fixing this place. Okay, in America, all right, basically represents the state of the planet Earth, because they're in that chief seat. All right, America is in the chief seat. Everybody's eyes. This is like the big stage. This is the boss, all right, so to say. All right, which that power is dwindling. U.S. hegemony is on its way out the door. But the state, this is why the world is in the position that it's in, because of America. All right, so it said we would have helped her if we could, but nothing can save her. Let her go, abandon her. Return now to your own land, for her punishment reaches to the heavens. It is so great, it cannot be measured. Okay, so destruction is on its way.
Back from none of this shit. Like, there's no fixing the economy. There's no fixing the black community. There's no fixing global warming. There's no fixing these relationships.
Ecclesiastes 12. It's I don't say it's crazy, but it's a figure of speech. But how can we go to all these precepts for word for everything it's saying? All right. I'm going to read kind of through this pretty fast. Remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, which the evil days are here now. All right. We're in the beginning stages of them. It says, nor the years draw nigh when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Okay, so seek the Lord while you're young. Okay, where you have things to lose. You have that youthful lust. You have something to sacrifice. Okay, this is while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. All right, which is symbolism to dark times. All right, and also too where the time where this knowledge, all right, the sun, the light, or the moon, or the stars be not darkened, this wisdom is out there. All right, because scriptures also speak about a famine of the word. It say, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. And that's talking about the economists. Okay, they see it, and they see that the crash is coming. All right, they're trembling. All those people in the stock market and so on and so forth. It says, and the strong men shall bow themselves, because, once society collapses and you can't purchase food, and that strength of that money is out of there. All right, the strong men shall bow themselves. It says, and the grinders cease, all right, and that's the jobs, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. All right, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. All right, unemployment is at an all-time high. No jobs. It says, he shall rise up, and the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. All right, the morale, the mirth is gone, is low. All right, and also the quality of music is trash. But I wanted to get that one point. It says, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Okay? Which is symbolism. You look out the window, you know how people like, you have a bright future ahead of you. Well, clearly this individual here, he said, there's no fixing.
All this extra that's going on, like there's no fixing nothing.
No
like there's
fixing
no
nothing.
coming
He's
back
looking,
from this. Like
he's looking out that
it's gonna
window
sound
and it's
super
dark.
cliche, but
Okay? It's dark. And we could just go word for word, man, within these scriptures, man, on the things that's happening. Prophecy is speaking loud and clear.
the only thing you can do now is just completely put all your trust in God and just let Him control your life because, hey, ain't nothing good coming out of this shit no more, man.
We're going to avenge Charlie's death in the way Charlie would want it to be avenged. They are at war with us. Whether we want to accept it or not, they are at war with us. What are we going to do about it? How much political violence are we going to tolerate? And that's the question we're just going to have to ask ourselves. Now, Charlie would want us to put as much pressure on these people as possible. Dana nailed it. This is unacceptable and has to stop. And it has to stop now. And everybody's accountable. And we're watching what they're saying on television and who's saying what. The politicians, the media, and all these rats out there. This can never happen again. It ends now. Greg's right again. This is a turning point, and we know which direction we're going.
You motherfuckers want a war? You fucking got it now, motherfuckers.
He's a buddy of mine, just called me, talking to me. He had 2 words for me. Say when. We're ready.
People think this was a joke, huh? I can't say exactly what's about to happen or the groups that are assembling. But this was the worst, or this is going to be exactly what you've been asking for. You done woke up the wrong crowd. And all I can say is you did it to yourself. That's all we can say. There's gonna be no running and hiding and all of that. You wanted this by doing what you did and woke up the wrong ones. They even posting. So take a look. They're warning. They're already warning folks. It's not a joke no more. Stop fucking playing these games, because you're gonna get what you don't want. Keep poking the fucking bear. Keep poking the fucking bear. Keep poking him. Why y'all waking him up? The motherfucker sleep, relaxing, chilling. What you doing? And it's all a game. It's all a game to you. It's all a game to you, to the shit issue. I don't call for any violence. Jesus Christ, please.
So what this is,
Come help us. We need you
the
bad.
whole left wing, right wing, this whole political thing. You know, the assassination of that dude Charlie. All right, all these politics. You know, these Edomites are about to lose it, man. Again, prophecy, Isaiah the 19th chapter, and we're gonna get that in the NLT, Isaiah the 19th chapter. Hey, and you know, as we say, Jake, you know, we don't have no dog in this fight. These Edomites are finna get ready to tear each other apart. All right, they see all their rights. All right, their liberties, which I just watched a video about liberties today. But anyways, I'm not even gonna get into that topic. But they see all their rights and stuff being taken away from them, stripped from them. This whole left wing, right wing, Democrat, Republic. You know, these devils, man, they about to get it on, man. All right. So I'm gonna get right to the point. So Egypt would be this Egypt that Isaiah is prophesying about is talking about America. So Isaiah 19, the 2nd chapter, I have to read the first chapter, even though, I don't want to change the subject. But he did say that Jesus is coming. We need him. So, hey, this is your Jesus, but his true name is Yahweh Shai. All right. It says, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and that cloud will be a representation, all right, of the spaceships, the UFOs, okay? It says, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. In America, basically, mirrors ancient Egypt. Okay, well, you see on the back of your dollar bills a pyramid. In Egypt, they worship all these different type of gods. You look at the infrastructure. What is the Washington Monument? All right, the obelisk. It's basically obelisk from Egypt. You got Abraham Lincoln sitting on the on that chair like he a pharaoh. Okay, so the symbolism of Egypt, which that's them basically summoning those ancient deities, all right, that they worshipped and praised. Sun worship is heavy in America like it was in ancient Egypt. So all those gods and all the things that the enchantments that America used, all right, to make this place great, is going to be moved at the presence of the Lord, meaning it's not going to be able to save them from the judgment that the Heavenly Father through his only begotten Son Yahweh Shai is about to bring. All right, it says, and I'm going to read verse 2 in the NLT. I will make Egyptian fight against Egyptian. All right, brother against brother, neighbor against neighbor, city against city, province against province. All right, so that's civil war. And some of the translations, I forget exactly which one, but it says civil war. Okay, so that's what you see taking place. But the thing about it, as these devils get ready to tear each other apart, you're gonna be caught in the midst of it. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and you're not equipped or even prepared. All right, to stand a chance in this war that's about to take place, which is why our power is in the name of the Lord, man. Yahweh Bashmi Shai. So Jeremiah 30:7 says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble. So as these devils get ready to snap, because they got something to lose, all right? These red-blooded Americans, they got something to lose, man. As they get ready to snap, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you're going to be caught in the crosshairs, and these devils going to show their horns when that time come. You saw that during Hurricane Katrina, all right? Just go watch that, how all the racial tension, you had Jakes being shot at for no reason, okay? See?
Those folks have had enough. Have had enough. And it's going to go down. And there's nothing that nobody can do about it. So I just pray right now in the name of Jesus for peace. And for the comfort of all of those who are in pain right now. Charlie Kirk, his family, the young lady in the subway, and their family. I'm so sorry. God bless you all. It's time for us all to come together. It's time. No matter the color of your skin, we all bleed red. We all need to come together. All those who are against evil, come together.
A broken up economy, people not trusting one another. The scriptures speak about the love of many waxing cold in Matthew's 24th chapter. All right, so Matthew's 24:12, and we'll close out with this one. All right, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So we're in a hostile environment. The only thing keeping people from doing what they want to do, as it's prophesied in 2nd Ezra 15th chapter and 16th chapter. All right, only thing that's stopping people from doing what they want to do is the fact that there's still law and order. There's still consequences for your actions. You can still pick up the phone and call 911. But it's going to come a time where As the scriptures say, suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. Okay? So this place, the world is on fire. And it's really by the prophesying of the word. Hey, that's the spirit. Verse 14. I'm going to read 13, but verse 14. We'll close out with that. It says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world. And what if you read Jeremiah, the word was compared to fire. So this word, this gospel, as it says, shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So this word, as being fire, has went throughout all the world and just set this place on fire, man. Set the world on fire. I'd say in Acts, these be they who have turned the world upside down. Just by preaching the word, put you prophesying, you putting that vibration out of these things taking place, because it's the word of the Most High. He said his word shall not return unto him void. All right, so it's all types of wars. Oh man, the Lord is doing his thing, man. All right, and he's just getting warmed up. So with that, Lord Williams Edifying, giving all praise to Yahweh Shai. To the next time, say shalom to the elect.